Story for today is Tit for Tat. There lived a camel in a village. Every day he used to go to a nearby lush farm to graze. The camel was very simple and honest. There was a jackal who was his friend and was very cunning and crafty. Often he used to ride the camel, and at times he used to create problems also for him. But since the camel had never undergone any major problem, he generally ignored his misdeeds. One day the jackal said to him, "Brother Camel, there is a big farm nearby, and I have seen big and tasty cucumbers in it. Let us go and eat them. For the last so many days, I have been eating very ordinary and tasteless stuff, and I am tired of it. This will bring some change." Cunning as he was, the jackal gave such description of the cucumbers that the camel's mouth began watering with an immense desire to eat them. And he became so restless that he immediately set out to the farm. After reaching the farm, the jackal began eating cucumbers, and since jackals are small in size, he had assuaged his hunger very soon. But the camel had hardly eaten anything. Meanwhile, since the jackal had already eaten his fill, he began howling loudly, without caring for the camel. The camel tried to restrain the jackal from doing so, but he wouldn't listen to him. He said, "What can I do, brother camel? I am helpless. Howling after eating something is a must for me. If I don't, I start feeling very uneasy." Saying this, he began howling again. Hearing a jackal howling, the owner of the farm came running to his farm with a big stick in his hand. The jackal saw him coming. Because of his small size, he managed to escape through bushes without being noticed. But poor camel, though he also tried to escape, was caught and beaten mercilessly. This happening made the camel so angry that he stopped talking to the jackal. The jackal also didn't come to see him for many days. But he had thoroughly enjoyed seeing the camel being beaten by the farm owner. As if this was not enough, he was looking for another such opportunity to get him thrashed again. One day the jackal met the camel and said very humbly, "Brother, I am indeed very sorry for the happening on that day, and I sincerely apologize. In fact, the problem with me is that I am used to howling after eating anything. But please forget the past and let us make a new beginning. Come with me to enjoy the taste of tasty cucumbers. I promise that I shall not howl this time. Come with me and enjoy eating your fill. This time we are not going to that old farm. I have seen a farm across the river. We shall go there." The poor camel was very simple and innocent. Once again, the jackal managed to coax him and go across the river to eat cucumbers. And once again, the jackal ate his fill quickly and returned to his old habit of howling. The guard of the farm heard him howling and came running with a big stick in his hand. The jackal took advantage of his small size and disappeared from the scene. But poor camel was trapped. He could not make his escape, and the result was that the camel was once again beaten thoroughly. The camel was badly injured, and he decided, much against his nature, that he would teach the wretched jackal a lesson. So, while on their return, the jackal was riding his back as usual, and the camel was crossing the river and was in midstream. An idea suddenly flashed across his mind. He began weltering and rolling. "Brother camel, what are you doing? I shall get drowned. Don't do this to me, please," said the jackal nervously. "Brother, whether you drown or survive, I am not bothered about it. The problem with me is that when I see water after being beaten, I get an impulse to roll and toss about in waves. Saying this, the camel began rolling on his back in the river, and the wretched jackal was taken away by the restless wave of the river. Thus, the jackal got what he rightly deserved. So, he got tit for tat.